You know what no one tells you? Carrying guilt doesn't make you stronger. It just keeps you stuck. We're taught that guilt keeps us responsible. But real growth happens when you learn to just let go and not hold on to it. In this video, I'll show you how to stop punishing yourself and start practicing real self compassion. By the end, you'll have practical steps to release guilt and find your inner peace, and finally move forward in your life. If you've ever whispered to yourself, I should have known better, or I don't deserve to move on, this is for you. Hi, my friend. I'm Kimberly. Thanks for joining me today. It's important to understand what guilt really is. Guilt feels like it's helping us, but it's really not. It's one of the sneakiest emotions we have. It disguises itself as if we're being responsible, but we need to realize that guilt is meant to inform you, not to define you. There are two kinds of guilt. One is the healthy guilt. This is the kind that helps you learn from your mistakes. The other, toxic guilt, keeps you locked in the past. It tells you you're not allowed to grow. But here is the good news. When you recognize what kind of guilt you're feeling, you can reclaim your power. You stop spiraling into shame and you start saying, I made a mistake, but I'm learning and I'm healing. That's emotional freedom. And if this is your first time hearing it, you're already doing incredible work. Awareness is the very first step towards self compassion. Self compassion is the antidote to guilt. Let me ask you this. Would you talk to your best friend the way that you talk to yourself? Chances are probably not. I know I wouldn't. So, why do we think we are so hard on ourselves? Self compassion isn't self pity, and it's not letting yourself off the hook either. It's just simply saying, yes, I made a mistake. I am human, but I still deserve love. Why can't we see that? Beating yourself up never makes us feel better. In fact, research shows people who practice self compassion are more likely to make real, lasting changes. So, how do you start? Well, when a guilty thought pops up, pause. Just take a minute. Ask yourself, would I say this to someone I love? Replace it with a gentle phrase like, I was doing the best I could with what I knew at the time. Or it is okay to forgive myself. Then remind yourself daily healing is not something you earn, it is something you allow. When you practice self kindness, you shift your identity from the one who messed up to the one who's learning. And that's where your freedom begins. Remember, you don't have to earn your worth. You already deserve kindness, especially from yourself. Forgiveness isn't approval, it's release. It means you're choosing to stop reliving it every day. So many people resist forgiveness. They think it means excusing the pain, but forgiveness is not approval. It's not minimizing. It's not forgetting. It's simply saying, this is no longer controlling me. You can acknowledge the impact of your actions and you can take responsibility for that, but you can still also choose peace. Here's one way to start. Get yourself a notebook, write yourself a letter. Begin with the words, I forgive myself for. Then don't censor, just let it all come out of you. Write it down, let it be raw, let it be honest. And when you're finished, end it with, I now choose to set myself free. Yes, it may feel a little strange. It may bring up some emotions, but this is how healing from guilt begins. And the benefit, you stop being trapped by your past. You start to open space for joy and connection and a life that feels lighter and brighter, so much better. Because you are more than your worst moments. Forgiveness isn't a one-time decision. It is a daily choice. But every time you choose to release, you win. So let go by looking forward, not backward. You can't rewrite your past, but you can create a future that no longer feels like punishment. One of the best ways to let go of all that guilt is to concentrate your energy on something new. Not out of avoidance, but out of intention. Ask yourself, how can I use what I've learned to help others? What does living in a healed life look like for me? What small act today honors who you're becoming? Instead of carrying guilt like a backpack full of bricks, you start laying those bricks down as stepping stones into your new future. Your pain becomes purpose, and your story, well, it becomes someone else's survival guide. This shift builds momentum. You stop obsessing over what you should have done and you start focusing on what you can do now. Letting go isn't just about the past, it's about claiming your future. Every single step forward is proof of your growth. You are not who you were, and that is worth celebrating. So you've already done the hardest part. You've showed up. You can let go of guilt and you can choose self-compassion. Start with awareness. Speak to yourself with kindness. Forgive often. And live forward with intention. Because you deserve peace. And it's so much closer than you think. If this video helped you feel even just a little better today, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos on self-compassion, healing, and personal growth. And do drop a comment below and simply write, I choose peace, so we can walk this path together. And remember, you truly are not alone. And go find your joy. And I'll see you in my next video.